What's happening? What's happening? Listen, I know it's been a while. I have an excuse. It's called Hurricane Barrel. That's legitimate excuse. How y'all doing out there today? What a week. What a past couple of weeks, right? Past couple of weeks. It's been real. It's been in situations. It's been some stuff going on. People been going through stuff. Shout out to DeLon. North Carolina's in the building. I'm getting a little bit of that right now. What's happening? What's happening? Okay. Okay. It's been going on. Some stuff's been going on. Barrel came through, shook up the world like Muhammad Ali, shook up Texas. We had to bow out for a while. You know what I'm saying? Barely got the show off. So I'm back. I hope you missed me. If you didn't, you know you did. You're just lying to yourself. How we doing today? Did y'all have a good week? I hope you did. Listen, I'm just going to touch on some stuff. And it came to me because my sis, The Voice, was asking me, bro, what you going to talk about today? And I was like, you know what? I don't know. I know it's something though. And then it dawned on me. We've been going through a lot of stuff lately if you've been in the hurricane, if you've been, dealing with any kind of storm aftermath or whatever the case may be, been going through a lot. People's lights been cut off, things like that. Don't know where to turn. Don't know who's your real friends. Okay. In the middle of that, it dawned on me. I wonder if, got to have the punch cutter. I like the small hole sometimes. Shout out to Brandon. What's happening? Thank you for tuning in. But I wonder if these people during the power outage was like the couples I'm referring to, were they like it was during COVID? Y'all remember COVID? Y'all remember COVID when the divorce rate was really going up? Because motherfuckers had to sit at home and realize they really didn't like that person they were married to. They really didn't like them kids. They really had a reason for going to work. So the divorce rates went up. Domestic violence went up, right? Women were emotionally cheating. Men were physically cheating. It was a whole bunch of stuff that they had to deal with during COVID. If you remember that time, you also remember a lot of couples that you thought was so in tune with themselves and in tune with their process really was not. Shout out to Noble Oak. That's the drink of the day. Got that Noble Oak. Okay. It's a good bourbon. Okay. One of my favorites. But you remember during COVID when people were just breaking up, having all kinds of domestic disputes and things like that? What got me wondering? Were they doing the same thing during this hurricane? Like, were they doing the same thing of having the same issues during this hurricane? During this power outage? Me and my wife, shout out to April Hughes, looking lovely and as beautiful as ever. We were out here in the heat during the aftermath of the hurricane. We was out here just triple, double, quadruple fanning it up, But I had a partner. I had somebody I can call on. I had somebody I can trust to go through this time of uncertainty with me. I had somebody that had my back and I had theirs. Okay. But that brings me to a point. And since I got y'all here, I want y'all to take a look at something for me. Okay. Just let me get a moment of your time. I want to take a look at something with you. Okay. Now, I'm going to let this play and then we're going to go into it. Okay. I'm going to let it play. Then we're going to go into it.
This joke here is near and dear to my heart. Matter of fact, I gotta take my glasses off for this. The name of this joke is marry your type and not a prototype.
Let me know if y'all can hear it.
I was reading this article in USA Today. It was saying that marriages outside of church last longer. I don't believe everything I read, but it is food for thought. And so I did my research, and I noticed people in church, they marry a prototype instead of they type. A prototype is something like what everybody wants you to be with. Prototype. You know, you hear them in church all the time. They tell women, girl, that's a good man. That's a church going man. A Bible reading man. He's still a man. I don't care how much good stuff you put in front of it. He's still a man. They tell
Can't hear the audio. Okay,
thing,
hold on.
boy,
Hold on.
good woman. Virtuous woman. Men stuff be shallow though. They say stuff like she could sing.
Hold on. Let me play it back. Because I want to get this right now. This is important. I want to get this right. So let me see if I can play it again. Hold
on. This joke here is near and dear to my heart. Matter of fact, I gotta take my glasses off for this. The name of this joke is marry
Can we hear it?
Your type and not a prototype. I was reading this article in USA Today. It was saying that marriages outside of church last longer.
We can hear it, right?
Everything I read, but it is food for thought. And so I did my research, and I noticed people in church, they marry a prototype instead of they type. A prototype is something like what everybody wants you to be with. Prototype. You know, you hear them in church all the time. They tell women, girl, that's a good man. That's a church going man. A Bible reading man. He's still a man. I don't care how much good stuff you put in front of it. He's still a man. They tell men the same thing. Boy, that's a good woman. Virtuous woman. Men stuff be shallow though. They say stuff like she could sing. She a real Proverbs 31 woman. And can I tell y'all the truth? When I got married, I wasn't looking for a Proverbs 31 woman. I was looking for a Levi 501 woman. I want to know how she look in them jeans. How them jeans look. How she look in them jeans, what I want to know. She can grow to the Proverbs thing. But here it is. Marry your type, not a prototype. Now, if you're already married, you kind of grandfathered in. But if you're on the cusp, your type, not a prototype. Reason why people don't marry their type is because they're ashamed of their type. You ain't gonna bring your type up in here. You ain't gonna bring chocolate invoices. You ain't gonna bring slim of invoices. Now that's your type, right? That's your type, what you like. But you ain't gonna bring it there because you're ashamed your type lost. But I thought the whole purpose of church was to bring in the lost. So here it is. My daddy helped me with this. He told me a long time ago, marry your type, not a prototype, because my daddy, he was a deacon at the church, but he was working at the liquor store. My daddy was a deacon at the church working at the liquor store. You got to eat, don't you? You got to have a job, okay? Because some of you looking funny like that's a shame. No, we ate. We was eating from the money from the liquor store. Then my daddy got called to preach. And when he got called to preach, he became the associate minister at the church, still working at the liquor store. Then my daddy started preaching all over the community, and a pastorship came available at this church. And they offered him the job. So my daddy took the job. And he finally quit the liquor store. And when he quit the liquor store, it hurt him because he was making so much money for them and him selling it bootleg out the trunk. Well, anyway, when my daddy took the job at the church, the good deacons and the good trustees at the church told my daddy, hey, you got to get married, because he was single at the time. They said, man, you got to get married. We like it because you could preach, but you got to get married. So my daddy said every Sunday, the good deacons and the good trustees would line up potential first ladies on the front row for my daddy to choose from. Every Sunday, he said he would get up there and he'll look at that front row, and it'll be a lady right there with a little old boutique suit on. You know, boutique suit, all that. My dad look over there, he'd be like, yeah, that ain't me. He'll see this next lady right here. She got on the satellite hat with the veil. My daddy like, no, that ain't me. He see the next lady right there. She got on, you know, the lap napkin and the gloves and everything monogram Bible, monogram gloves, monogram, all that. My daddy, no, that ain't me. So the good deacons and the good trustees was like, pick one. Hurry up, pick one. So my daddy said one Sunday he got up there and he looked at that front row. And he didn't see nothing. But he looked in the back of the church and saw my fast mama back there. My mama back there with jeans on, red pumps, red lipstick. You can ring my bell t-shirt.
Did you get it? Did you get it? Y'all let me know what you think he was talking about in that moment, in that segment. Did you get it? I want to see if y'all got it. Okay. I want to see if you got it. Tell me in this comment section if you understood the message. Because the message is simple. The message is simple. But you know me, I like to start off with questions. The question is simple. What is your type? Okay. What's your type? What's your type? Brandon said, easy. Pamela said, choose someone for you. Don't choose what someone else think you should have. That's right. I take it a step further, Pam. I would say choose someone that you don't think you should have. Choose someone that goes against what you normally choose because you think you should have that. Because in truth be told, that ain't your type. Chief Hughes says, what I got was you should look for someone who holds the same values. Yeah. Your type. It could be values. It could be perception on worldviews, which also falls in line with values. Something that's you. Put it to you this way. A lot of people buy cars and they have high car notes. And you say, well, why'd you get that car if your car note's so high? And the answer is because that's what they wanted. They could barely afford the payments. Stuff is getting left behind. It's bad, but they want that car. They put an absorbent amount of money down. They went through a bunch of hoops they jumped through, but they want that car. And they saying the whole time, man, it's me. That's why I bought it. It's me. Then that car getting problems. Normal maintenance, wear and tear on the car. I don't know about you, but I drive a Porsche. And it ain't a new one. But they still charging me new Porsche prices for that oil change. You dig? That's not even at the Porsche shop. But they buy the car, and now problems come with the car, and then all of a sudden the car is just not doing what it needs to do. Regular maintenance, oil change, brakes, what have you. Now they going through a money withdrawal. But that's them. That's the car they wanted. But was it the car that they needed? All right. Was it the car that they needed? And the answer is no. Because if they had got what they needed, they still would have faced some adversity. They still would have had some issues. Regular maintenance, regular wear and tear, regular upkeep on the vehicle. But it wouldn't have cost them as much because they got what they needed instead of what they wanted. They got what they needed instead of what they wanted. Ironically, that's how a lot of you are in your relationships. You get what you need. No, you don't. You get what you want. And then you have issues and you wonder why you have the issues you have, because like that car, just like that car that you wanted but you didn't need, the regular wear and tear maintenance on a relationship is costing you. It's costing you. Because you chose that girl with the fat ass and the fake eyelashes and this and that, and that's what you want. You chose that man that was 6'2" and dark and lovely or high and bright with that car. You thought he was going to protect you because that's what you wanted. But just like that car, it's costing you in the end. You realize that that lady with the fat ass is a BBL. Them ain't her real eyelashes. That ain't her real hair. The makeup is caked up on her face. You realize that man who's 6'2" and 2 something and drive the car that you want and make the money that you want him to make, he ain't got time for you because he got options. He knows his sexual value in the marketplace based off how he looks. So he ain't got time to worry about you. There's no incentive to be faithful to you. But that's what you wanted. A lot of us are in baby daddy, baby mama situations because you chose what you wanted instead of what you needed. A lot of you in child support and fucked up ass situations with the mother or the father of your kids because you chose what you wanted instead of what you needed. So what's your type? That's the question. See, me and my wife, we like to bring together people and our goal is to bring together Black relationships again and Black love. And in order to do that, we have to be honest with ourselves about some things. And the honesty is a lot of you are in relationships with people that you want, but it's not the person that you need. A lot of you have women in your lives. The woman you wanted, but she more trouble than you thought. The man you wanted, but he keep redoing his best rendition of Ike Turner whenever he feel like you fall short, or he's just verbally abusive, or he's just absent, or he's just cheating on you. But that's the man you wanted. So why are you afraid to go for what you need instead of what you want? Brandon says, I don't mean to choose an easy woman. I mean, what he said is very easy to understand. Yeah. Yeah. This is just for the people who ready to date seriously, Brandon. We ain't talking about you. We ain't talking about you right now. This ain't your part of the show. You just got free. This ain't your part of the show. You just got free. Lamont said, if a man chases after his goal first, paid for a car, own place, career, job, or looking for a career, relationship with God, then and only then should a man look to add a woman with the same to his life. That's right. That's right. The difference is that applies to women as well. And they're doing it because they chasing the bag. They get into the money. But they forgot when you get to a certain point, now it's time to add a man into your life that can match the same energy. But they don't. And when they do, they choose a man that they want instead of a man that they need. Sometimes you don't know what you need until you have gotten what you thought you wanted. Say that again. Say that again, Pam. Because while that is true, I'm talking about the people that constantly choose what they want instead of what they need. I'm like Spider-Man on Family Guy. Everybody gets one. You get one. You get one. But after that, and your choices keep replicating what you want and you keep having the same outcome, there's no excuses. You don't have to get hit in the face more than one time to realize, in normal people, that you should either block or duck. But you go for what you want instead of what you need. She goes by further saying, then you may be in too deep. In too deep how? In too deep how? Tell me more. Also, I want to know in the comments, what's your type? What is your type? What is your type? Be sure to like, share, subscribe. Share this with your friends, family, whoever you need to share it with. I'm telling you, these conversations help. These conversations are needed. These conversations they're hard, but however, they're what's pushing through to the other side, which is Black men and Black women coming back together. Okay? So definitely be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Okay? But what is your type? I want to hear what's your type. I want to hear what you think your type is. And have you ever chosen, which is, I think I know the answer, have you ever chosen what you wanted versus what you need, and it worked out right? It worked out exactly how you thought it was going to work out. Have you ever chosen something that you wanted instead of what you needed, and then it actually worked out? Tell me. Let me know in the comments because we need to know what's your type. We need to know, have you ever chosen something that you wanted in a man or woman instead of that you needed and it worked out? That's what I want. You have fallen in love or falling for a guy you wanted and now can't get rid of him. Then you are missing the person you need. Oh, you can get rid of him. You can get rid of him. It's called a restraining order. Yeah. Yeah, you can get rid of him. What it is women, you feel sorry for them. You feel sorry for them. It ain't that you can't get rid of them. You get rid of guys that don't even make it to your inbox completely. You know how to get rid of guys that don't even qualify for a response. So you get rid of them. You just feel sorry for the guy. We do it too. That's how I know. But you got to understand, people, the reason that we're in some of this situation today is because a lot of people have chosen what they wanted versus what they needed. And they ended up with the results they wanted or the results they got, which is not the results they wanted. And they wonder why they're in the position that they're in. Just like that car, just like that bracelet, just like that watch, just like them shoes. You chose what you wanted instead of what you needed. Okay? And it hasn't helped you. So, let me go to this question. I think there's a bunch of men in the room, so I'm gonna go to the men first. Men, what kind of man do you think ladies like and or want? Let me hear it. What kind of men do you think ladies like and or want? In today's time, I don't know. In the 90s, you just had to have a job and look good. And then in the mid 90s, you had to have a good job and look good. And a good job back there was like, working in the mailroom or some shit. Okay. Or working in a place that made it seem like you can hold down an apartment by yourself. That was a good job. Okay. Now, you got to be 6 foot or better. You got to be making 6 figures or better. And you got to drive a car. You got to have a house. And you got to have all that just to date somebody who's requesting those things, which is a woman who's most likely mediocre herself. She doesn't meet those criteria herself. That's okay. She can want what she wants, right? You got to make money. Ladies of today want a man to make 6 figures or better. He got to be well established. He got to just be balling, right? Or look like he balling. You got to have the car, the clothes, the look, the money. And you got to be able to spend it all without caring. And especially spend it all on them, the woman. If you 5'5", but you make over $100,000 a year, in today's time with the modern woman, you still may not qualify. You still may not qualify. Simply because you 5'5", but you make over $100,000 a year. Right? 6 figures is 6 figures. But because you 5'5", you disqualify. I see the men quiet. Men, what kind of men do these ladies of today want? What kind of men are they looking for? in your opinion? You got to be fit too. That used to be a thing. Now they like big boys. The big boys with money. As long as you can provide the kind of lifestyle that they think they should have, they want you. They want you. At least the women of today. Very few women want quality kind of men. You can't be blue collar working guy. They don't want that. Oh no. You can't be a hard working man, as in construction or something like that. You can't do white collar work unless it's major. You got to be flashy. You got to be some fictional character that they see on rap videos and rock star videos. That's what you got to be for most of these women nowadays. They literally think that if you're 6 foot or better, that you can protect them from harm. Not knowing a lot of people can't even fucking fight. But just because he's 6 foot, he looked like he could protect me. I want to look up to the man whatever. That's what they want. What they need is that guy who worked construction. They want the doctor and the lawyer. What they need is the nurse. What they qualify for is the nurse. Right? The male nurse. Right? But they don't want that because that aesthetically doesn't look good. Mont says, why accept the town bike if you're a provider and the security? If you're a provider and security, then you will attract women worth giving that to. No, you won't. No, you won't. No, you won't. Dating nowadays, if you're a provider and you have the security, is like going to the thrift store or to Goodwill shopping for clothes. All of it's used. There's some good, there's some bad, but you really got to sift through it all to find that one garment that works for you. Got to go home, clean it up, make it work for you. But if you're a provider and all this other stuff and you got your shit together, you're going to attract 90% leeches, booger wolves, broke women inside and out, mentally and financially. Whether you choose to entertain them is different, but you're going to attract them in today's time. Unless you're walking around like the secret millionaire that you probably are. Right? But you're going to attract them because they're not looking to you for that security. They're looking to you to provide their lifestyle because they think that they're pretty enough and that's all that matters and that's all they need to bring to the table is how pretty they are. That's what some of these women think. That's the narrative. If they make 6 figures or better, they don't want no broke man. They don't want no man on the come up. They don't want no man working hard. He has to make exactly as much money as them. On top of being 6 foot or better, or have tattoos, or have this and have that. My man said, that's just it. Stop shopping at the thrift store. Well, you gonna shop at the thrift store because everybody used, brother. Unless you gonna pick them right when they 18 or 19. And even then, Might be used. It's very rare you're going to find somebody that's not used in some shape, form, or fashion. It's possible. You could shop at the mall if you want to. But they sell fake stuff at the mall too. You know, all the little kiosks in the middle of the mall? It's fake. Some of it's fake. That's why they're in the middle of a mall. And even if you shop at the real stores, it's very rare you're going to get something that's not used. That's just what it is. Nothing bad. Used stuff is good. All I buy is used cars. Right? Used stuff is good sometimes. So let's switch it up. We got some more people in the room. I want to switch it up. Ladies, what type of woman do you think men like or want? Sorry for that typo. Ladies, what do you think? What do you think? What kind of woman do you think men want nowadays? Somebody says nobody's gone to Goodwill and purchase a Bentley. No, but they've gone to used car shops to purchase a Bentley because a Bentley can be sold on a used car shop, i.e. it's still used. Hell, I don't mind the 08, 09 Bentley Flying Spur. It's used. I don't mind it though, if I had it. Hell, some people go to used car dealerships and still get a choice between a new car or a used car. Right? Yeah. Finding a good woman will increase your life and joyful days. It will. It will. It can. But you got to sift through it. You got to go for what you need instead of what you want. You got to go for what's needed in your life at this point in time, based off what matters to you versus what you want. Because what you want is not going to get you the results that you need. You see how you go back to need? What you want is not going to get you the results that you need. That's why you need to get what you need when it comes to a woman in the first place instead of what you want. Okay? Look at my baby tuning in. A woman that is not artificial, real every way from their conversation and how they get to know you as well as themselves. That is correct. But that's not the kind of woman that most men want. That's what they need, honey. Shout out to my baby tuning in. Stay out that storm. You know sugar melts, girl. What kind of women do men want of today? They want that BBL. They want that Brazilian. They want them fake eyelashes. They want that body that's shaped like a Coke bottle. They want that look like she could have been a stripper in her past time look. We're not talking sensible men. We're talking modern men of today. What women think men want in a woman. Now it's shifted. What men really want is a woman, like my wife said, that they can confide in, they can talk to, that's real, that's authentic, that's themselves. Okay? Can I talk to you? Can I trust you? Can I tell you my secrets and not have you weaponize them against me? Can you be my peace? Can you be my safe space? Can I lean into you for understanding of my emotions because I'm not an emotional person by nature and I need you, a solid woman, to balance that out? Can I trust you to do that? Just like you need to trust me as a man for you to depend on my logic because you're not logical by nature. But as a man, that's what I'm looking for. She says, oh, my bad. I'm sorry. What they want is a big button file. They can do nasty stuff. Ah. Well, we ain't going to talk about nasty stuff online misuse, but I get it. I get it. I get it. They want that big butt. You know, it's fun to play with. They might not take it home to mama, but it is fun to play with and hang out with for a while. They want that stripper look, that body snatched. All right? That's what they want. At least that's what they think they want. What do they need, though? What kind of woman do they need? They need that confident woman. They need that career woman. They need that woman operating in her femininity. She can play the house role as well as the career role. They need that. Realistically, a woman that you see and meet today, however, she will not be that way tomorrow or even 20 years from now. And yet, your needs and wants today will not be the same as your needs and wants 20 years from now. That is true. That is true. What he's basically saying is you may want what you want then, but your needs and outlook and goals will change. So will your what you're looking for in a woman will change. And even if you find that woman, it still will change later on down the line. Very possible. Very correct. Very correct. Little butts need love too. They do need love. Just not from me. Because I like them in the hips and dip. Hey, I'm sorry, April. I'm sorry. Hips and dip. I'm sorry. I ain't gonna talk about you like that. But yeah, you're right. Little butts need love too. Sorry for the typos. I'm driving. Stop driving and trying to type while you get at me. Okay? But women want, or men want, of today, it shifted. It used to be they thought, or women thought, that we just wanted fake eyelashes, BBLs, big breasts, stripper body, stripper attitude. No downplay to the strippers, but just that free sexuality thought. Sexy in the club, most likely can twerk, all that other stuff, right? Ladies, let me tell you, that is just fun for guys. That's not realistic. That's fun. Okay? For real people, for real men, now it's shifted. Now that men have gotten more in tune, more emotionally aware, more intellectually savvy, they're looking for somebody they can trust, they can build with, they can confide in. They can love unconditionally because that woman has created a safe space for him. And he has created a safe space for her. She's not judgmental, but she pushes him. She challenges him to be better every day. She's that woman that can not only cook and clean, but she can show you a thing or two when it comes to getting in tune with your emotions, being balanced for you, in a side that you're not used to operating in because you're a man operating in logic. That's what men want. Okay? And what they want in that aspect is actually what they need. Okay? Last question. Not going to hold you guys long. Last question. Are you the right fit for your type? Are you the right fit for your type? Are you the right fit for what you actually need? Obviously, you're not the right fit for what you want because what you want, you couldn't keep. It cost you too much emotionally, mentally. It costs you too much sometimes on the financial side. But it's not what you want like you thought you did when you first got it. You ignore the red flags. You thought he or she was going to be something that they portrayed themselves to be. And even though you saw the red flags, you still ignored it because it's what you wanted. It wasn't what you need. And after that, you start second guessing yourself. Are you good enough during the breakup? Am I worthy enough? Did I deserve this? Could I have been this? They did this. It's a lot of questions, but the question that you need to ask is the one that's on the screen right now. And are you the right fit for your type? Are you the right fit for what you need? An old saying says, you are perfectly aligned for the results that you get. Let me say that again. You are perfectly aligned for the result that you get. Okay? That means the results that you got in that relationship, you aligned yourself perfectly to get those results by choosing something that you did not need, but you wanted, by ignoring the red flags, by disregarding certain things that didn't add up, by giving second chances when you should have left. By doing some of those things in the man and female relationship and it didn't work out, you were perfectly aligned for it not to work out from the beginning. It's a mind fuck. Because if you had chose what you needed instead of what you wanted, you would be perfectly aligned to get the results that you really want. So are you aligned for the results that you really want? Or are you the right fit for your type? See, like that post says, like that little snippet at the beginning says, so you don't want to bring your type around because you know your type is going to have people talking. So you want people talking about you in a good way. That's why you chose what you wanted instead of what you needed. You chose that guy who's 6'2", looks like he can protect you when you needed a 5'6" nigga that works construction and comes home to you every night. You wanted that girl with the BBL and the nice Coke-shaped body and the millions of Instagram followers. But what you needed was that good working woman who still looks good, doesn't have a lot of makeup, is not worried about social media attention from strangers, and is your safe space when you need to confide in her, and who really has your back. That's what you needed. But because you chose what you want, you got the results that you want. You're perfectly aligned for that. Some people don't believe that they deserve what they actually need. I'm going to say it again because my dog was barking. Some people do not think that they deserve what they actually need. It's funny because they only know that after they find out what they wanted isn't what they needed. Now, all of a sudden, they don't think they deserve what they actually need. But you do. Because you need it. You do because once you get what you need, you can progress with the results that you want. You can be at peace overall. You can be happy like you wanted to. You can even have the life that you really want if you simply choose what you need and believe that you deserve what you need, not because you're pretty, not because you have money, not because you have 1,000 followers, but simply because you put in the work within yourself to do so. That's the key. If you want to get what you need from a man or a woman, or the right man or the woman, you have to put in the work for yourself to do so you can be perfectly aligned with the results that you want. I say this all the time. A lot of you don't even like yourselves, but you expect other people to like you. You expect other people to love you, and you don't love yourself. So you end up choosing somebody that you want, knowing you don't even love yourself. But you're surprised at the results that you get. Some of you are scared to say what you really want. Some of you are scared to tell that person that's right next to you, I don't want you. You're not what I want. I made a mistake. You will sit in a relationship for 5-6 years knowing that that is not the person you want. Or that is not the person you need. But you can have what you want if you simply choose what you need. And that's my message. Choose what you need. Be the right fit for your type. Don't be ashamed of your type. Do you. If you've been trying something, you've been going for what you want, and you've been having crappy results in the dating world or the marriage world or whatever, start going for what you need. See if you get better results. But first, before you do any of that, love yourself. Fall in love with yourself. Be in tune with yourself. Be great for yourself. The real you, not this you that you've been giving people, not this you that you had to put on because you had to be hard. Love the real you. So what you're damaged? So what you're broken? So what you went through trials and tribulations? Welcome to being a human that's alive. While we empathize with you, you can't use that as a crutch, but expect different results at the same time. You can't use that as a crutch, but expect somebody else to love you when you don't love yourself. You can't expect to get the results you want, even with the right person that you need, if you have not loved yourself first. What's your type? What's your type? Do you even have a type? Do you even know yourself to know what you like? Have you been through enough of pain, suffering, and just not the results you want to finally get an idea of what your type is? Do you know what type of man is really for you, ladies? Are you able to fix yourself and your brokenness without expecting that man who doesn't know you to fix that brokenness for you? Are you ready to own up to saying that I can't create a safe space for a man yet because I haven't worked on myself? But when I work on myself and I finish this project of myself, I'll be able to create a safe space for a man, and he'll be able to confide in me because I'll earn his trust. What's your type, men? You still want that girl that's more in tune with her social media account than you? You want that girl who always has to take pictures because she has to post it to live her life online, and she can't live her life with you in the moment? You want that girl who will augment her body because she doesn't love herself, not because she thinks you don't like the way she looks. Or do you want that girl that's going to be able to hold you, give you hugs, give you kisses, tell you it's going to be all right, give you words of encouragement in your ear? The one that's going to be faithful, the one that's going to be coachable, the one that's going to look to you not only for leadership, but to learn from, as well as you can learn from her. Isn't that the kind of woman that you need, fellas? Oh, I get it. I'm sorry. You think you can find that in the women who are more focused on their looks than their personality and who they are, right? You think you could teach her, right? I get it. Just like the women who think they could save a man instead of forcing him to be responsible. Just like the women that like to take on projects of men and saying, ooh, girl, I can fix him. Again, like I said at the top of the show, a lot of you are baby mamas and baby daddies dealing with bad exes and bad ex-husbands and ex-wives simply because you chose what you wanted and not what you needed. We got to bring it back, people. We got to do better. Tough conversation tonight. Tough conversation. But I want to put it in your mind for you to understand that you deserve exactly what you want. All you have to do is choose what you need. And it starts with choosing yourself first, loving yourself first, pampering yourself first, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, financially, getting in tune with who you are, fixing your brokenness, fixing your hurt, confronting it, calling people, professionals like myself or my wife, who can help guide you through the process. But it starts with choosing you first. Don't you deserve better? Aren't you tired of this shit? Aren't you tired of the results that you've been getting? Aren't you tired of running from the problems that you've been running from? Don't you want to confront that and get that weight off of you so you can just live your life? You do realize you got one life to live, right? They talk about reincarnation. They talk about going to heaven. They talk about going to hell, but you got one life to live. You got one go, one shot, and you just wasting time not doing what you need to do. Like you got another life. Like this is Mario or something. You got 3 lives up there. You got one life. One life. And you're not even promised tomorrow. But you won't confront what you need to confront so you can get past it, so you can get back to loving you so somebody else can love you. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. But one of the things I say is the hardest thing gains the best results. That's why it's hard. Because the end results is going to be something so phenomenal you didn't even expect it. See, what they want to see is, they being God or the powers that be of the universe, what they want to see is, are you able to go through hell and high water just to choose yourself? What are you willing to do to choose you? What are you willing to do to be free from the burdens that hit you every day? Within reason. But what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go? You know, that's what it's about. When are you going to choose you so you can choose what you need? Okay? You can do it. If you need help, reach out. www.theobsidianluxgroup.com. You can click the link in the bio if you like and subscribe and share. you can give us a call and we can help you out. If you know somebody that needs help, tell them to come see us. Black, brown, white, Hispanic, Asian, they all need help. They all need help. They all need something they got to get past. Eminem said, you got one shot, and would you take it, or would you just let it pass you by? That's right. You only got one shot. Do not miss your chance to blow. Do not miss your chance to win. Stop being afraid. Be more afraid of what will happen if you continue to do nothing. Be more afraid of what will happen when you're on your deathbed and the shoulda, coulda, wouldas just start flowing out with the tears, because now you realize you're out of time. Live your life. If it was mentally, emotionally, or physically, and you're still alive, so I say that lightly, if it was taken from you in any shape, form, or fashion, and you are still alive, get it back. Fight for it. Fight for it. You want somebody to love you? Give them the blueprint that you drew up of loving yourself. Confront the things you need to confront while you still have a chance. While you still have a chance. To that which is hard to achieve is worth having. Those who chase after which is hard to get often achieve the greatest valuable things. Yep, that's what I said. To shorten what he just said, the thing that is the hardest to do gains the most results. But it's your life. You only got one. And I hate for you to be watching everybody living their life on Facebook or social media. And you could do the same if you would just fight. If you would just try to live. If you would just take back what was taken from you. Not violently, but by rebuilding yourself. By getting in tune with yourself, by understanding yourself, by understanding where the mistakes came from. By getting help from professionals like myself or my wife. All right. Get off my soapbox. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. I know it was a tough conversation. Hope you all had a good time, but we got to have these tough conversations. I'm in the mood of ripping Band-Aids off. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Because time is of the essence. And the world is about to do some real shit. And you got to have a partner on your side. Because if you don't, when it hits the fan, you're going to wish you did. Let's get it together, people. Did you have a good time? Was this a good topic? Was this a good show? If it wasn't, probably was you that I needed to talk to in the first place. Shout out to Miss April, my lovely wife. I love you very much. Can't wait till you get home. Shout out to Big Hughes, Chief Hughes up there in Dallas, and the Hugheses up there in Dallas. Shout out to The Voice out there in Mississippi holding it down, doing her thing. All right, Mr. Drew out there holding it down with her. Shout out to B-Dog, Big Brandon, big homie from ATL up here doing his thing. Shout out to a lot of people that turn in. What up, Pamela? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for these conversations. I think I'm tired. I'm ready for some steak. I got this big, really big. Well, I didn't get it. My wife got it. A really big steak. It's time to hit that steak up. All right. Now, what are you supposed to do? Like, share, and subscribe. We got to get those subscribers up. We're doing pretty good. We want to hit 200 before August. Okay, 200 subscribers before August. Be sure to hit that notification bell. And I want you to have a good weekend. Let's start living a little before it's time to get these kids back in school. Lord knows that's going to be hectic in its own. Shout out to Elena Hughes. That's my daughter. Got a birthday coming up. Shout out to Grace and Isaiah out there in North Carolina. Those are my bonus children. Okay. My bonus children. Grace and Isaiah doing big things. Blessings to you. Blessings to Elena Hughes doing big things. About to get that 16th birthday coming in August. So I'm about to go live some life. I hope you guys do the same. Y'all hit me up. Don't be strangers. Shout out to Delon. Delon said he was looking like Tommy when he fought Hitman Hearns on Martin. Just all messed up in here. Just it ain't looking good. And he ain't even getting no fight. He just went and got a tooth pulled. That's the messed up part about it. That's the messed up part about it. Shout out, Mom. Hey, Mom. Shout out to my beautiful mother-in-law, Miss Susie Newsom. Doing wonderful things. Thank you for tuning in, Mom. You've always shown love. Thank you for tuning in. Okay. If y'all need your hair did, you need to go down to the country in Texas and go see her. She get that rig right. She get you right. I done seen her work with some people who ain't have no, you know what? Don't even worry about it. She worked miracles. Don't even worry about it. She worked miracles. Shout out Miss Susie Newsom. All right. I'm out like your grandmama teeth. It's time to get this steak. Yeah, have a good weekend.
I'm going baseline, highlights. Can't slow me down, I'm too busy living my life. I put my face on the clock because it's my time. Rapper think he's seeing me, he better get his mind right. I'm going baseline, highlights. I got my grind right now, I got my shine right. I'm with my team and I'm feeling like it's my night. Better cuff your girl cause she looking like she my type. Okay, my fingers, itching for that paper. Up before the sunrise, nigga, I can't wait on flavors. Go and hit my knees, say a prayer to my maker. Look up in the mirror, check, I'm sharp as a razor. I'm riding to my anthem, I just gotta get it. Them mucks on my mind,